for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Hey y'all, hey! Great rising y'all! Hey! Walking. Yes, it's indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. Great rising. Yes, indeed. I saw it this morning out the window. Ha ha. Get your mat, get your weight, get your chair. If you're kicking your feet or using your hand weights. Line up if you walk wall to wall. Jump on your bike, jump on your treadmill. I'm going to adjust these cameras again. One is good, the other isn't. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. I'm walking. I am walking and I'm walking. Yeah. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to. Yes, let's get this party started right. Whew, how y'all doing on this Wednesday? Okay. Let me start this. Y'all know I'm forever trying to stay from going viral. Y'all can see my feet? Because I said, it's a little darkish. But I see my feet good. I got the white socks on. And the comfortable sneakers that my friend Glenn suggested that I buy. That I've been happy with. Let me get this up a little bit. The whole thing is, you remember when we went from Betsy? And then they was doing the basement and we went on the bike. Go back, look at those videos. If you're really concerned, I'm saying. And when I came back to walking on this with Betsy, I could do my hands up in the air. I mean, Betsy had tightened my cord to where it was. I was confident on her. And then I haven't named her yet. It's going to be a she. I'm comfortable with she's. I am comfortable with she's. Okay. I'm being weird. I have to remember that I'm just moving the camera. I have to remember that this thing is moving. There you go. You can see my feet. Can't you see my feet? That's all you need to see. And then your eyes is going to say, hey, we got feet too. Is we walking? No. I said, we don't have a treadmill. I said, you got an outside. I mean, you can listen to me. I'm on YouTube. I can walk with you. You can watch me or just listen to me. You got 45 minutes. I already set the timer. Y'all know at 20 minutes we're going to take a break. And I think of it sometimes, the places I worked, where they think that, like they used to think I would wake up to get ready for work. I used to wake up to get me ready for the day and what I have to do to prepare for that day. Sometimes it's going to the gym that I wake up for. Sometimes it's been taking the dogs for long walks early in the morning where there's no interference. And we would do like a 45-minute walk, me and the dogs. So I was a little offended, and I would look at them, but I know a lot of people do. Because a lot of people, when they stop working, they stop moving. That's why they're scared to retire. That's why they're scared to retire. Because if they don't walk the halls of whatever office or place they work, they ain't walking. They didn't get up to work out and plan their day. They got up to plan to go to work and plan at work. What's happening at work? I didn't do that. I wanted to get out of the day. When my daughter was younger and I was younger, I learned that I had to get up before her to set everything in place. For all the buses and trains we used to have to take. But you still do it. You still wake up. You still wake up and you do the movement. And that's why I can do it now. That's why I can go to the gym when I retire. I remember all those years saying, the minute I get a chance and I can go consistently, I am going to go. I am going to go to the gym. I'm going to work out. Nothing is going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. And it happened. And it happened. And that is so cool. Makes me happy. So I know a lot of you can't do it. Because you didn't do it for you. It's the people talk about, self-love. Everyone who goes to the gym is in love with themselves. And that's why I love it. Everyone who works out, they may have moments and bouts of doubts, but basically the fact that you wake up and put that energy into making you a better you is good. And it shows you love yourself. People who sit around and complain and stuff like that, I know they're self-loathing. Loathing because the self can do so many things. So many things. When I think back, I talk about racism and stuff, because it is out there. And the times that I have forgotten, I've always had someone outside the race say, ain't that discrimination? And I say, yeah, but I'm so used to ignoring it. And then one said, you got to stand up, blah, blah, blah. I had it happen on a couple of jobs. Then I saw it plain and clear when they tried to get rid of Debbie Justino. I don't know what her name is now. Beautiful, we connected. I mean, we were working at the answering service. I mean, a greater human being never walked the face of this earth. A pleasure to know her. Talking about going to the limits and outside your comfort zone, she did it. And I marveled at it. And I'm sure I got some encouragement from it. What used to amaze me is Debbie had this 1980 four-door jalopy, lack of another term, and she used to drive that. I worked with her for over a year, And for a year, including overtime, rain, snow, sleet, she drove that car from, it's the town after Hastings on the Hudson in Westchester, all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut, to work. And that car made it there every day. She got in that car confident that it was going to make it there. And I, who was born in cults, I didn't have that faith because I was told don't have faith in things. Don't have faith in things. Like my grandmother had a gold tooth that she loved. She loved Smile City and that gold tooth. Well, for some reason, that wasn't vain. For some reason, if that wasn't a thing that she loved and cherished. But then you're taught not to cherish things. Because things go away. They do when you get new things. That is life. And mourning is what makes this world go round. And stopping us, raising us to be stopped from mourning was the most, am I going to use this big word right? Egregious act that our ancestors did to us. They wanted freedom for a long time. And finally manifested a whole freaking war. But yet when we were free and we got in the cults said, don't want, Jesus give it to you. Don't want, just wait, he'll give it to you. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage. Now what kind of bullshit is that in life? Then you call, oh, I'm not going to go to work, I'm going to wait on the Lord. Oh, you're lazy. How am I lazy when you teach me all the time to wait? You tell me to wait. Well, it takes go-getters to get it. Well, then why am I being taught by my ancestors to wait? If go-getters get. Why am I not encouraged to be a go-getter so I can get? That's the cult. And that's what I put on the ancestors. My mother used to say, ain't no money tree in the backyard. I said that to my daughter once and I said, no. There's a money tree in the backyard. As soon as it sprouts some money, I'm going to go ahead and pluck it off. But I never told her no. Ain't no money tree, we ain't got no way to get no money. Ain't no, I never said that to her. That means I manifested ain'ts. I wanted. But in that cult society, I learned to want on the inside, to want bad on the inside, and to manifest from the inside. What I'm saying is I couldn't go around saying, oh, I want to go to college. I have to fight off at least 4 or 5 cousins that will probably try to pluck my eye out, blind me, or make me mute, so I wouldn't be able to go. So I didn't say anything to them. I said to my grandmother, but I didn't go around saying, oh, I'm going off to college. Oh, but I was too afraid that they would kill me. To stop me from going. So on the inside, I kept saying, oh my God, oh, anyway, oh my gosh, oh. And I would just go about my normal thing. You wouldn't think I was excited. It was just a chore. I think at times I had to make it like a burden. Like, that's the only college that would take me. I gotta go to Tennessee. I gotta go. No, the College of Charleston, my scars aren't good enough for the College of Charleston. I can't get enough scholarships for the college child. My grandmother didn't know anything. She didn't know about loans and stuff. Oh, I don't ever remember in all my years going to an awards. I guess they did have award ceremony, but I just don't remember them at my school. Anyway, I couldn't be excited about going. And then I had, for those who were in the know, the adults, I had to keep saying, oh no, I'm coming back. Oh, I'm coming, please. Please. It's the only college that would accept me in Tennessee. I'll be back. No doubt. And then I came back for the first Christmas. And I said, see? I came back. Nothing to worry about. No problem with the problem. And I never went, well, I went back. But it was like 6 or 7 years later. Just to say, speak to my grandmother and be out. Because she did teach me a lot of good things. Though she taught me how to cook for a man, she taught me how to cook very well. And that's something that I can. And I love my own food. Hence, problem. You know, I don't sew, but she taught me sewing. She taught me baking. She definitely taught cleaning. Enough to make me vomit. Enough to make me have, for years, I would clean. But through it all, I was like, PTSD is like such nightmares. That I would have to use a lot of stuff because it's like smelling it, breathing in the antiseptics and the bleach. Yes, I did bleach and ammonia together. I used to call it the blow up. And I used to blow up. We lived in a rooming house, so I had to blow up stuff. But the blow up made me forget the process of cleaning in relation to my past. So then I could do it. But she taught me that. Common sense, when she wasn't trying to put everything towards the Bible, she had a lot of common sense skills. She taught me how to look at people. Before Dr. Phil said that your past predicts your future, my grandmother always said, look what they're doing now. They're going to be doing that later on. That's what they're doing now. Now, I used to say, oh, people can change. I said, oh, you think you know everything, old lady? People change. And I got to tell you, no, they go right back into it. They live long enough, they roll right back into it. Which makes me glad. That's why I walk and exercise. Makes me happy because I was a loving kid. I tried to make people laugh, give love. Yeah, I was spoiled. But where I am now, I'm back there. I love me. Oh, listen, they had to break me as a kid. Oh, your feet point in. There's something wrong with your feet. Your knees not. There's something wrong with your knees. Look at your elbows. Your elbows so black. Look at your elbows. Look at your skin. Your skin's so black. Look at your hair. Your hair's so coarse. Look at your eyes. Your eyes so big. There's something wrong with you. There's something. So, I had a lot of programming. I was like, dang. And inside, deep down inside, that voice is saying, you're all right, girl. Look how fast you're running. You keep going. You keep living. Don't let that stop you. And along the way, I would meet wonderful, beautiful people who just didn't have those issues with me. who said stuff like, "Ooh, you can really walk fast with them legs." Because I used to be a fast walker. You can't tell now, right? And a neighbor used to twist up my hair and make it look real pretty. And then because she used to say, "Your hair is really nice. Let me do this you know. You have a nice smile." That didn't come from family. I never heard family say that. Never. Pretty, never. Beautiful, never. You ain't never gonna hear that from family. Never. Easy-tempered, never. Good relative, you'll never hear them say it. They're not taught to. And that, I understand, is the cult process now. That's when I grew up in South Carolina. I went to school every day. And still, I was berated by those who didn't go to school, but it was okay for them not to go to school because nothing was expected of them but to be a sheep in the cult and make children and put the children in the cult, the sheep. So, I wasn't falling for it. I wasn't staying there. I had to be berated, belittled, and belied. The minute I got a chance, I said, "Oh, only college that'll take me is in Knoxville, Tennessee." And for some reason, I should have went for California State, honey. I should have went further. But I was trying to get back to my sisters. So I didn't want to go too far from the East Coast. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. You gotta feel good. Walking. Thank you for the company. You gotta feel good right now. We just did 20 minutes. Okay. Yes. Like, comment, share, tell a friend. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. Sound great. I'm walking. Rinse the water. Rinse the restroom. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Oh man. I didn't show y'all. Crap. Here you go. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm walking. Oh yeah. Just for me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Ooh, let's finish this party out, y'all. I tell you. Yes. I remember when Paul used to say, when we was at Planet Fitness, he said, Vicki, he would see me come and say, shh, come over here. I'm like, what, Paul? And Paul's like, Vicki. Like, Vicki, come over here. Let's talk. If we talk, then we'll get more exercise done. And the time will go by faster. I said, yeah, Paul. I used to put my music on. But then I would sit there and Paul would be going on. He would be going on and on. And the next thing I know, his corny old jokes. Let me see if I can remember a corny joke. Oh, I can't remember none of the corny jokes. I know something's about a girlfriend. Like somebody mistaking a guy for a younger guy, or a father for a son, or something like that. Usually I was just like puffing, trying to get through it. You know? So, I have these notes. But, oh, I don't understand. Well, I do understand why these cult leaders are leading these double lives. They're basically hustlers and con men. I knew that from when I was younger, but you can't tell my grandmother that. And I couldn't understand why they hated the gays so much until I realized, hey Diane, thanks for coming on a walk. Yes, up early. I see. You jumping on your bike? But Diane started walking. So she's probably going to take a walk later. But it's easier, Diane, if you take a walk now, while it's still a little coolish. And over the years, you find out, not only in the Catholic churches, but all the cults, to one degree or another, little boys and little girls are being messed with. By them, the cult leaders, or allow their second, third in command, or whatever, to touch and groom little kids. So that's why you hate them, because you don't want to see what you did. You don't want to know that that little boy that you raped grew up to be a man that he couldn't get into women. And maybe it was in him to be gay, but you never gave him a choice. You took the choice away. But you don't want to see him in no church. You did that. And if you didn't do it to him, he reminds you of some little boy that you... oh, please. Y'all know I was going to say dragged in the closet and raped. Because little boys' lips are tighter than little girls. Little girls will loosen up after a while, especially if you're a good mother. I told y'all about Clara Subri and her mother, Mrs. Subri. Another lesson well taught. Clara didn't have any real vocabulary to speak of. She would say, this is when I work with the mentally challenged. What she would call you. That was the names. So I used to watch or work with Clara after I finished working, because Mrs. Subri was old. And sometimes I would bring Clara in with me from work. And we'd walk in, and Mrs. Subri would start her questioning. So Clara, she was this French woman. So Clara, warehouse today. And Clara said, eh. And she said, oh good, oh good, oh good. She said, because you don't like working in the warehouse. And Clara said, eh. And she said, I know that. And I told them don't put you back in the warehouse. Put you in the greenhouse. And she said, eh. And she said, did you eat your lunch today, Clara? And Clara said, eh. And she said, oh, I hope they chopped it up for you. Who chopped it up for you? Michelle? Michelle cut it up for you? Oh, she's such a sweet girl. And I am standing there saying, she ain't said that. By the time she finished, she was right, Michelle had. I found out next day Michelle had chopped up her food. I found out she had worked in the greenhouse. I found out, yeah. Claire lets you know. Did you let them know, dear, when you had to use the bathroom so you wouldn't have any extra? Good girl. Good girl, Clara. So, I learned really good interview skills. I tightened up on Leslie. And I started questioning her much more. And I got a lot out of her. But I always remember Clara and Mrs. Subri. And Clara, she couldn't talk, but Mrs. Subri knew how to question and get all the answers out of Clara. So, maybe they don't like her so much. That's when she started getting grilled. A lot more. Because I was like, listen, if Mrs. Subri can get answers out of Clara, who has no vocabulary, but has a way of communicating with her mother, well, I sure as hell know me and they have a way to communicate with one another, and I just need to ask some more questions. But getting back to the cults and gays, they don't want to know. Men don't want to know. The women who rape boys, they don't want to know that they're out there. They want them hidden. Now, I love T.S. Madison. She always says, I had a choice. I made the choice. I didn't like women. She wasn't diddled. She wasn't raped. She was able to choose for herself. Now, if it was a lot of them, I don't see you have no problem. But you don't want to see the little kids you raped. You don't want to hate the lesbians. But look back. A man raped a lesbian. Did something to her. Way back in the way when. Some kind of molestation. Little Dylan, you don't think that, oh, she ain't got no breasts. So I'm just touching, yeah, you're touching her. You're touching him and you shouldn't be touching. But then you want to talk about hating him. A lot of people don't like seeing their victims. Or someone who looks like their victims. They don't like it. They get upset when they see what they've done to someone else. And it's in front of them. Like a ghost. They don't like that. So the Catholic Church, we all understand why they hate gays. They done made enough of them. Some of them who are molested, because we just had the ones that are now, 30, 40. The church has been around a long time. Remember they used to cut men's balls off so they could be singers. They call them castrati singers or eunuchs. That's a huge cult. But they didn't mind seeing the little boys with their balls cut off singing in the choir. Everybody wanted to know them. proud of them. They wanted that choir going all over the place. Little boys that sing like girls, sopranos. They cut their balls off. But that part, we don't talk about. So what I'm saying is they didn't just start raping 30. They're going back where they've been making. And like all men who are penetrated in the rape do not become gay. Not all men do. But other than T.S. Madison, and I've met a lot of gays in my life, she was the only one that I know that had a chance to choose for herself. She's the only one I know. Everyone I met, it was a relative, a teacher, a lot of gym coaches. Oh my goodness. A lot. You see they get mad at the trans girls for wanting to run track? Well, they was trans boys for your coach got a hold of them. See, your coach got a hold of them real young because they like them young. So the coach started in on them about 5, 4. Minute they can get somewhere. Close enough. Because you signed them up for the summer little league thing. I see the football and baseball stuff all over the place. So of course they don't want trans women. That's a reminder of what you did. How man is not able to control their urges. And how it's just really easy to take advantage of a child. So I don't understand why y'all got a problem with gays. Now, a lot of gays were going to be that. You just never allowed them to have the choice. They may have decided to or not. It's what is within them. But when you stuck you within that little boy or that little girl, you changed all that. You took their choice away. And now you don't want to see them because you're so high and mighty. That's cult shit. That's cult shit. You should see him. Look what you did. Maybe you stop. Maybe you say, you know what? Let me give her a chance to decide. Let me give her a chance to decide. Stop telling women that all they're good for is to have babies. And to take care of men. Stop raising them like that. Let them decide if they want to do that. They want to be career? Let them be career. Because I'm going to tell you something. I had one child, I got married. I thought that was going to be woo-wah-woo. We was it. I ain't know all that, what you call it? I got to tighten my shoe, y'all. I got to hold on. I got to do my shoe. I better turn this off a minute. My laces came loose. And now it's not supporting me the way it should. Sorry, y'all. Keep walking. I can't believe this. Ooh. Okay. I'm getting Velcro next time. I'm getting Velcro. I ain't lacing up no shoe no more. I'm going all Velcro. I'm just going to have to bend over and pull that scrap tighter. Now, of course, you know what happens. One foot is tighter than the other. But I'm feeling good, so I'm going with it. Oh boy, what did I leave off at? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. I know what it is. I know what it is. So we got 6 minutes, and then I go into the finger and the weights. This is like 23 minutes. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. No, that wasn't right. It was like 16. I messed up our walk, y'all, with my shoe situation. So I don't see any reason why to hate them. But now that I understand cults, when they get finished with you, they toss you aside. Remember that old lady that got kicked out of church because she didn't keep up her tithes? And they kicked her out, and she had been in that church for years. She didn't know it was a cult. She stopped being useful. She thought it had stuff to do with God and Jesus. That's the front. That's the vehicle that holds bullshit. She didn't know. They get out. Remember the AIDS epidemic? Because I put a play in to go into the churches because I couldn't understand. Everybody kept saying to me, well, why am I getting kicked out of my church? Why don't the church people want to? That's a cult. It's a cult. Let me tell you, no, you have no, you serve no use for them, no purpose for them. Wait for the grants come out for churches who help AIDS people. Then they'll pull you back in because now they got money and they need you. Okay? And now they need you. And the question is answered. Why, if all the churches are, especially the Christian churches, are going after the Christ, which is Christian, why is it like one big universal church? Why is there one big church and 5 little same Baptist churches all around it? Why can't they come together? Cult leaders. Why do they want you to give their money to another man? It's like sending somebody, I have being African American. Like I went to this place to get oil, and he looked over, he was with the mechanic thing. He was an Indian man, I've had that done several times, and he looked over, and they're hell of a disrespectful. He looked over, the Arab guy, he looked over, not Indian, Arab, sorry. And he was like, I ain't going over there. So it's just you to get gas. I'm not stopping this. You can go to another gas station. And I did, and I never go back. But church is like that. They're not going to send you to another gas station. They want all your money to stay at this gas station. So that's why you see all the other little churches around them. The Apostle. I've seen in Mount Vernon 2 apostle churches next to each other. Literally. One group of people going in this door for the faith, and the other people going this door for us. And it's the same thing. No, it's not. The cult leader is different. Cult leader is different. That cult leader don't want you to give money to nobody but him. And then the other apostolic faith, he don't want you to give no one. So they spend the whole time talking about how each other is not preaching the true word, da da ba da boo da 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 do. Okay. Let's do some hand things and get into our weights. My timing could be a little off. My sneaker went and I really didn't do the calculations. So, you know, so I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Call them what they are. If you're with a cult, don't say. My grandmother was with the Baptist cult. She drugged me into the Baptist cult. And all that that implies. Everything that is horrible about cults is in that Baptist church. Everything that's bad about cults is in that Catholic church. Everything that's bad about cults is in those Jewish temples and synagogues. And all those cults. Stop making them sound so glorified. Call them what they are. They manipulate people. They're manipulators. And not for your good. And what it answered the question for me was that I had wanted to know for years. Why in African American communities, why where there is so many churches, is there such violence? For surely, Jesus is love and peace. And you're surrounded by a whole bunch of Jesuses. Because it's a cult. And even the kids know it. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Neither up nor down. And the kids know it. That's why they went for games. It's just another game. A group of people that get together. None of them seem like any too good. Because they break you down and break you out. They break you down. I remember like Judge once said to me, Vicki, we'll do good. You don't have to work. We can go to Catholic Church and accept handouts. Tuck in the elbow. Not up nor down. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I said, no, thank you. I've been working, taking care of my kids. Now for a long time. When I needed to, I did. But I don't need to now. I got a job that has insurance that covers us both. Enough for us to move out of this room and get a nice apartment and take care of us. And his cult, his Catholic cult said, no. If a woman does all of that, then I'm not a man. Follow me to the Catholic Church and to get the free food. I said, sorry, bro, you gotta go by yourself. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Yes, we're a little bit on time. A little bit off time. Hey, we're gonna drink our water. I wait, y'all. I'm walking, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy. Am I supposed to love my own music that much? I can't wait. When I come down in the morning, the first thing I do is put on that dance. Let's get to gulping. I wish I knew how to chat with y'all, but I'm not that savvy. And then they did have something on YouTube, some kind of StreamYard or whatever. But I mean, damn, it was too old for me. I'm too old for it. It takes a younger mind to work that out. And until you get like a billion people, you know, I'm happy with what I have. Thank you for friends and families for tuning in. I'm good. I'm good. Let's get this water down, y'all. Yes, indeed. My water is room temperature because I don't work my way up hot and throw cold. I don't do that. I stand in front of air conditioners. None of that wild shit. Yes. When I sat down and heard Mrs. Subi question Clara and get answer, it changed my relationship with my daughter and I. I was like, I need to ask more questions and get information. But you see, I always flip the book back. So I always found my own answer. At least once a month, I would just, where's the book bag? And I would just turn it upside down on her bed and scatter through, what's this, what's that, why is that still in there, clean that up, put that in there. Does this go in your binder, blah, 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 how did I get that? Why is this, why you didn't turn this in, why is this here? So I used to do the book bag check. But after Miss Subi, I started asking questions. Yes, indeed, I'm walking, and I found out why did you miss third period? Oh, it's not on Wednesday. No, that's what it's scheduled on your backpack. It's on Wednesday. Don't let somebody call here. And then she used to blink. And guess who would be at school? Me. Finding out what's going on when you's missing that third period. What am going on? But it was nothing. But she had to know that I would check. And it was a question from Mrs. Subi, learning to do that intense questioning. So happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Whew. I was a little slow with this morning's quart too. I didn't throw it back and guzzle it like I used to. I don't want to have to walk around with cups. Oh, you gotta have 5 cups, you have to have 8 ounces, you have to blah, blah, blah. I had to resort back to my gym line. Before I went to the gym, I just throw back a quart. After the gym, I throw back a quart. Thank you for the company. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, yes, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. So unladylike. I'm done, y'all. Y'all done too? Please like, comment, share. Tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same time. Have a wonderful day. So happy.